Massage desk chairs, North Face jackets. If you live in Hartford, you are paying for all of it. The I-Team First told you last week we found Hartford's former treasurer spent more than $20,000 in travel over her 3 years as treasurer. Tonight, we're digging into what her employees bought with her approval. Your chief investigative reporter, Sam Spank, is here with more on this. Sam.
Steph, we not only asked for all the charges the now retired treasurer made to her city-issued credit card, we asked for all the charges her employees made to their city-issued credit cards. Some of those charges included TSA PreCheck and desk chairs with massage capabilities.
As treasurer, Carmen Sierra was in charge of approving all purchases made by her employees to their city-issued credit cards. Those records show a wide variety of purchases. In 2025, an employee charged her card on behalf of Sierra for what the receipt shows is a quarter-page ad in a magazine for $500. Sierra did not sit down with us, but her attorney, Darnell Crossland, did. He explained this is part of community outreach.
So that was just an ad by saying the Treasury Department supports this, financial literacy group that was doing great things.
There were also charges for 21 embroidered North Face jackets, costing more than $2,700.
We didn't have the records in front of us, but what I learned from my client is that the employees do have embroidered jackets in their department. It wasn't for her family, it wasn't for her uncles and nieces and nephews, it was for the department and also for a community group that they were supporting.
He says other departments have similar jackets. In 2026, the financial services manager charged more than $760 to her card for an Amazon purchase. She purchased 4 massage office chairs. Those chairs came with footrests, vibration, and heat, according to their description. 20 days after, the office's chief administrative officer used a different employee's card to buy another desk chair for more than $250. This is the same officer who accompanied Sierra on conferences to Key West and Puerto Rico.
We want to be totally transparent. The items that you sent us are common items, common spends, and those are approved. A budget is set. And everything is approved through finance.
Yes, there's a budget, but some people may ask why those kind of chairs are necessary.
Well, my understanding is commonplace throughout the city departments is that certain times people are asked, do you have a request for a typical specific type of chair? People do have a lot of health issues with sitting down at long times. They were interested in making sure they address those issues. So these weren't like super elaborate or lavish type of spendings.
The current treasurer, Adam Cloud, says he can't speak to all the purchases because he wasn't in office then. Sierra replaced Cloud after he left in 2022. The city council reappointed Cloud last week after Sierra retired.
The current treasurer says yearly expenses are budgeted from the Municipal Employees Retirement Fund, which he says currently has a multi-million-dollar surplus. He says he hasn't seen spending exceed the set budget. For example, in 2025, the office budgeted $285,000 for expenses, $103,000 was unspent and returned to the fund.
In previous reporting, we told you Sierra spent more than $23,000 in travel over 3 years, spending more than half of that in 2024 alone. Records show other employees also traveled to conferences and more since 2023. An investment associate charged more than $8,300 from 2025 to mid-2026 for travel. A management services officer charged more than $2,300 in 2025. Those charges include $150 plus for TSA PreCheck and preferred seating.
Are employees required to look for the most cost-effective travel accommodations?
There's no specific line item that says you're required to look for the most cost effective. So I think you just have to be reasonable in the administration of your job and not ridiculous.
Is it reasonable, though, to charge for preferred seating and TSA PreCheck like one of the employees that we found?
If I say, okay, I'm going to purchase this so I don't have to wait this long line, for hours and be more efficient with my time, that may come with another perk. So it's not like, they were buying Emirates over Delta.
Adding up travel receipts for 4 other employees, it cost more than $14,000, including trips to Paris, London, and Key West. The current treasurer said the treasurer's office works with asset managers across the world and invests globally to get the best returns. Crossland says Sierra believes these conferences are critically important. The current treasurer said the same thing.
They have to stay on the cutting edge of how to manage these funds properly. And so you can't just do that from your office computer in Hartford.
Crossland says Sierra was not operating in, quote, the Wild West. He says there was oversight.
Everything that she purchased has to be approved by someone else. So we can't lose that. So anyone else in the finance department could look at this and say, hey, wait a minute, this charge doesn't make sense, or these jackets don't make sense.
A city spokesperson says there were cases where the finance department either disputed or denied charges.
In a statement, current treasurer Adam Cloud said he had begun his own analysis and evaluation of allegations raised regarding the office since he began working in the office again. He says he supports the city's audit of the treasurer's office and pension fund, which they oversee. He added, I would encourage all parties to allow that process to proceed and to withhold judgment until the audit is complete and the full facts are known. We do not know when the city's audit will be complete, but we will bring that information to you when we have it. Reporting in studio, your chief investigative reporter, Sam Spink, Channel 3 Eyewitness.